Hey DePaul students! The latest free application for Federal Student Aid, or Fafsa, is now available. You may complete the 2023-2024 application starting on October 1st of 2022. Our priority Fafsa filing date is November 15th, so make sure you and your family are ready to complete, sign, and submit your application by that day so you don't miss out on any financial aid opportunities. Let's go through the basics of the application. You can complete the Fafsa on a computer by visiting fafsa.gov. The 2023-2024 Fafsa is a financial aid application for the academic year starting in September 2023. The application will ask you to enter tax and income information from the 2021 calendar year, so make sure to have any 2021 IRS 1040 tax forms and 2021 income documents with you when completing the application. First-time Fafsa applicants will need to create an FSA ID username and password. These will serve as your login credentials for the Fafsa. If you're renewing a Fafsa, you will log in using your previously created FSA ID username and password. This username and password is also how you will electronically sign your application. Enter our federal school code in the school selection part of the Fafsa so that we receive your application. DePaul's school code is 001671. Now, when you're ready to complete the Fafsa, here are 5 tips our DePaul Central counselors would like you to keep in mind. Tip number 1 is to double check the Social Security number and legal name you enter is correct. That means no nicknames and no shortened names. When creating your FSA ID, use the name and number listed on your Social Security card. If you make a mistake on either of these and submit a Fafsa, you will need to create a new FSA ID and recomplete the entire application. If you are required to include parental information on the Fafsa, and one or both parents does not have a Social Security number, you should enter all zeros for that person's Social Security number. You are still able to electronically complete and sign a Fafsa, but your parent will need to print and mail a Fafsa signature page. Tip number 2 is to take advantage of the help icons next to each Fafsa question. The icons will provide additional information or examples of how you should answer that question. Tip number 3 is to pay close attention to the Dependency Status section of the Fafsa. These questions are broken up into separate sections and there is skip logic involved, so depending on how you answer, you may not encounter all questions. At the end of this section, you are presented with your dependency status, which determines if you need to include parental information. Remember, you need to be 24 years old to be considered an independent student on the Fafsa. Tip number 4 is to use the IRS data retrieval tool to import your 2021 tax information directly into your application if you and your parent are eligible to use this tool. It'll save you from manually entering individual dollar amounts. If your current tax and income situation is different from the 2021 information you enter on the Fafsa, it's important that you do not make any changes to that data. Contact DePaul Central and we can walk you through our appeal opportunities. And lastly, tip number 5, submit your Fafsa with valid signatures. Missing Fafsa signatures is one of the biggest reasons we reach out to DePaul Fafsa applicants. Make sure you and your parent, if required, have signed your Fafsa. Your application isn't official without it, and we cannot offer aid without those signatures. DePaul Central is available to help with any of your Fafsa questions. Visit our website to see all of the ways you can contact us. Good luck with your Fafsa filing.